We are going to be talking about Strange v. Kang, and this is a scoop coming at us from none other but than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mike Beasy. Big shout out to Mike Beasy, and let's get a hashtag Beasy told you so in the chat. We definitely be capitalizing off of those scoops and coming up with some bomb-ass theories as well. Sometimes the theories that we be having be matching the scoops more than we even know. Let's actually talk about that first part of the scoop first, and then we'll get into the rest of it. So you may have seen the talks of Coleman Domingo being eyed as a replacement for Kang. There is an option of that happening. He's definitely on the list of people who can replace the role of Kang the Conqueror, previously played by Jonathan Majors. And this scoop that we have is actually going to be talking a little bit more about Kang and what that's going to be looking at. So if you guys don't know, one of my big theories about Kang is let's just lean into the multiverse Kang's thing and bring in a bunch of actors to play Kang the Conqueror. That's kind of my overview for what should happen when it comes to the Kang stuff, but I know that that's probably not the overview for everyone. It's going down, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen. That's right, this Scoop Central is about to be insane because we're talking about Kang versus Strange. Let's dive into it. Kang is still a major part of the plan going forward. So much so that a major showdown will happen between him and Doctor Strange. Think Thanos versus Iron Man, except in this matchup, Kang is the quote-unquote good guy. Let me explain. The real villain to the multiverse is Doctor Strange. Marvel has been setting it up for a while now. Most recently, outside of What If Season 2 finale, the conversation had between Strange and the Illuminati, where they explained to him what happened with 838's Strange and how he was the cause of the incursions.
Your arrival here confuses and destabilizes reality. The larger the footprint you leave behind, the greater the risk of an incursion.
Incursion?
An incursion occurs when the boundary between two universes erodes and they collide, destroying one or both entirely.
If it's incursions you're worried about, do you seriously think I'm a bigger threat than the Scarlet Witch?
We appreciate your concern, Stephen, but it's not the Scarlet Witch that we fear. From our experience, the greatest danger to the multiverse, it turns out, is Doctor Strange.
We saw an evil Strange in Multiverse of Madness as well, and our Strange followed the same path. Marvel wants you to think Kang is the reason for all these incursions, when in reality, it's Strange. The sinister Strange is basically the route almost every version of Strange takes. Think every version of Peter losing the equivalent of Uncle Ben, the event that propels him to be Spider-Man.
They are the canon. Chapters that are a part of every Spider story, every time.
Just keep going, Uncle Aaron.
The original script had Sinister Strange as a version of Nightmare before Sam Raimi took over, and he would be responsible for the deaths of the other versions of Strange. But ultimately, it was implied in the conversation that Sinister Strange had with 616 that he was the one behind it. Regardless, Strange is the reason for the incursions, and as we saw, 616 Strange has already caused an incursion, which brought about the debut of Clea and Doctor Strange 3. And Doctor Strange 3 will be them trying to stop incursions. Remember about the Timeless? We now know what that storyline is that they will adapt. Get ready for Kang v. Strange. This is honestly insane in the membrane, bruvs. Like, come on, bros. This is awesome. Like, this sounds amazing. It makes so much sense, and it makes even more sense if we go into this next saga and we have it be, it end up being like Mr. Fantastic versus Doom or something like that. You know, when we get to have these big, amazing matchups at the end of it that we really are hanging on to. I mean, let's get real. Every Kang that we've seen up until this point has been a good guy in their eyes. Like, He Who Remains thought he was a good guy, and Kang the Conqueror in Quantumania thought he was a good guy. They both thought they were doing bad things for the right reasons, and that's what a lot of good guys think. And that's what a lot of villains kind of story ends up becoming as well. Whether it's, Magneto, Killmonger, whoever. It's about doing bad things for the right reasons, and does the ends justify the means, and how do we explain that? And I think finessing the entire plot on everybody and having Kang come in and save everything, and then really also finesse the situation and take the power, maybe pull like a Killmonger type vibe from What If almost. That seems like it could be a W idea. That seems like it could be really W, and it could actually enter into some even doper storytelling. So I think that this scoop is grade A, and I think that, this could be something that definitely propels us forward. And I'm definitely going to do my due diligence to get this message out there, because I don't think there's any way that people could have put this together. And I think that's a cool thing. And I also think it's kind of a bad thing for Marvel, because people were expecting to have these dots connected very soon because of how, we just came off of dots connecting. And unfortunately, people don't like to wait, and people are very impatient. So I hope that I don't know what we could get that shows us that this is going to be the thing. But whenever we do get that Doctor Strange 3, whenever we do get that Kang Dynasty or whatever it will be called, there may even be reworks to that to kind of make it more of what we see going on with this, or trying to, bring it on more, or build more of that. I'm not sure, but I'm here for all of it, every ounce of it, and it's kind of insane to know that this is what we could get. And man, Iron Man versus Thanos was an amazing background plot type of thing that always he was looking out for. So to have Strange be constantly looking to see what the issue is, or what's causing all these problems, and then it be him though, and then have him think that it's Kang, and then have him kind of put together a whole team to go up against Kang, just for all of it to be pointed right back at him. I think that is a beautiful story, and we love stories where our beloved characters become the very monster that they themselves were trying to stop and hold back. And I think that is what is very possible for us to see within this story. So let me know how you guys are feeling about this scoop central that we got of Strange versus Kang, Kang versus Strange, and how you guys would like to see that. I mean, for all intents and purposes, we saw both Strange Supreme from What If, and we saw Kang the Conqueror from Quantumania both get straight absorbed into whatever it was that they were trying to use to escape. You know what I mean? Or to utilize. And I don't think that is happening on accident. I think there is a duality there that we're just unaware of at this time. And as I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Excelsior.
If you guys would like to support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan.
Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties.
We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.